Want you to hear this. And I know I've been on one since I realized Trump was going to take office probably around the first of the year. And if you go back, I told you what the plan was. The plan was to completely collapse the American economy. I've made video after video when it came to the ICE raids concerning going after the travel industry. That's one. People we already know don't want to come from other countries when it comes to states that do that kind of business, travel industry. He went after cruise ships in Florida with ICE agents, pulling Filipinos off of the cruise ships. We already know what's happened to Hispanic people and Black Americans, or even Haitians, da 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 da. These Republicans that are in office have allowed Trump to overstep his boundaries. They have not put a foot down. They are 100% with him on collapsing the country, destroying the economy of the country. But you need to listen to this, because Trump has used his ICE agency as his own military force against all these different businesses. But listen.
Hyundai battery plant in Georgia.
We need construction to cease immediately.
And this raid is the largest single-site operation that DHS has conducted in history. Of the over 450 people arrested right now, around 300 of them are Korean nationals. And this has come as quite a shock to South Korea right now, because Koreans are usually not the target of ICE raids. A Korean newspaper even had this cartoon right here where they are depicting Trump as a sort of a bully. It starts off by saying that the U.S. was begging Korea for more investments, and now they're arresting hundreds of South Koreans on a business trip. Literally just last month, South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung met with President Trump, and they reaffirmed their alliance as well as business relationships. The U.S. has been pressuring
anybody that has been watching Trump move for decades knows that this is a person who couldn't tell the truth if his life depended on it. Even as a child, he's got family members like his niece coming out saying this man is an egomaniac, and that there's nothing about him that is truthful. I don't know how many lies the American people have to be told to be able to identify a liar. I just don't get it. I don't get how you're so naive that you keep on getting lied to and think that one day or tomorrow Trump is going to actually tell the truth on what he's actually going to do for this country. So there's no making America great. What it is break America. That's what this is. His campaign should have been, we're going to break America. And that's what they're doing. They're destroying businesses. You have billionaires that are leaving the country with their businesses. And right after he won the election, actually the day before, because a lot of these businesses got heads up of what kind of tampering with the fucking election was happening, and they fucking sold through the stock markets. If you go back and you backtrack, They sold their business, they sold shares, and they got the fuck out of business before Trump took office. This Hyundai plant was to bring an economy and jobs into America. Building Hyundai cars in America. But you got a white supremacist female that's running for a political position who quote unquote turned them in to ICE? Really? Really? These white racist Republicans are dead set trying to destroy America.
South Korea to invest billions of dollars into the American industry, and they were ramping up this pressure in the past few months. Korea recently agreed to a $350 billion investment into the American economy. And part of the investment was this Hyundai LG factory that was set to open next year. This facility was going to be Georgia's biggest industrial investment in the state's history, and it was supposed to help boost the state's economy. Officials are saying that a lot of these employees were actually South Korean nationals there on a temporary visa for a business trip who have been sent to help finish building electric car battery factories. First of all, South Korea's foreign ministry came out immediately to say that they are expressing concern and regret over Washington's decision to do this, and that this will send a chilling effect to the U.S. in terms of business. I mean, President Trump has vowed to arrest the worst of the worst criminals with ICE raids. So I think Korea is shocked that this happened at one of their biggest factories in the U.S. I mean, the U.S. is coming out and saying that they did this raid because they think the employees are there illegally or have overstayed their visas. And investigations are still currently ongoing. Now, LG is ordering all of its employees that are on business trips in the U.S. to immediately...
So these different Koreans came to get this this plant started in America. They weren't staying. They just came to train Americans who are working in the factory to do these jobs. I hope that sinks in. I hope that fucking sinks in.
Return to Korea, and they're going to reconsider sending anyone else on business trips to the U.S. right now. Here's how Korea is reacting to the ICE raids at the Hyundai battery plant in Georgia.
We need construction to cease immediately.
And this raid is the largest single-site operation.
So there you have it. There's your white supremacist ICE agents that are running the ICE agency. And from what I've been learning, they're tapping people's cell phones, which is illegal. Constitutionally illegal. Hacking people's computers, phones, and things like that. Is this what you guys voted for? Is this what you MAGAs you voted for? You voted, so you wanted Trump to bring business into America. That's what you said. And now you have a partnership with Korea to come in and build this Hyundai factory. But instead of doing what should be done and letting these Koreans train American citizens to run the factory, you deport them? Is this, I swear to God, if I didn't know this shit that was happening was so real, I would think this was a fucking episode of The Twilight Zone. I really, really would. I would think that. But nope, this is real.